High intensity continuous training box step ups. First and foremost, appropriate box height. For most individuals, 12 inches is going to be perfect. If you are exceptionally tall, maybe you'll go up to an 18-inch box. But the big thing here is that when my foot is up, I want my hip to be above my knee. Not like crazy, like if I was on just a little tiny step, it wouldn't be enough. But I don't want to be for myself on an 18-inch box where now my knee is in line with my hip. I'm not going to be able to explode out of the bottom. All right. Second thing, loading. Absolute preferred method is a ruck because it's going to allow me to appropriately load the exercise, which we'll talk about in just 1 second, without grip becoming a limiter. So in other words, I would not use dumbbells on this. If you don't have a ruck, I think the second best option would be to use a safety bar so that you can load up but not have grip be a limiting factor. If we don't have either of those, we could use a kettlebell, like a goblet squat, but again, it's going to be much more demanding on grip and upper body posture than it is on the legs, which isn't exactly what we're after here, okay? And then the load. This is a little bit of a not too little, not too much, just right scenario. So what we're trying to do is train our fast twitch muscle fibers. So in order to do that, the weight needs to be heavy. But whatever time is prescribed, we need to make sure, let's say we're doing a 10-minute set, we need to make sure that our final reps in 10 minutes are just as explosive as our initial reps in that 10 minutes. It should be work. It should kind of suck by the end of the 10 minutes. But if our first reps are like drive up, and then at the end of 10 minutes, we're like, ugh, then we went too heavy. But also, if at the end of the 10 minutes we're just as explosive and it felt like this was easy and man, I could have gone for 30 minutes, you went too light. So not too little, not too much, just right. And then finally, how to actually execute this. So the way that we write this in the programs, it's going to have a time domain for the entire set, as well as a time domain for how frequently you're going to do reps. So example would be 1 rep on each leg every 10 seconds. I don't have a timer in front of me, but we're going to pretend would be explode up on one leg, explode up on the other leg, rest the remainder of the 10 seconds, which obviously is not going to be very long, and explode up on the original leg, up on the second leg, rest the remainder of the 10 seconds, and repeat for whatever the time domain is. And I think that does it. High intensity, continuous training, box, step ups. Have fun.